Yo! This is what happens when you're a garage mechanic. Come see what I fucked up now. Whoa. Okay. You know what that is? That's a bolt extractor. And you know what that is? Drill and tap. Or tap and die. So, I was doing this flange. Okay? I had it drilled out perfectly for what I was going to put in there. The bolts that I bought were SAE, because I'm an idiot. And I was in a rush, and they were too thin. The bolt heads felt right through this flange. So, let me turn this cocksucker off real fast. Shut up, man. So I had to use bigger bolts. Now, the only bolts that I had here were like pretty much all SAE, and I had a handful of like metric, but I didn't have anything that matched, right? It's like 12 mils, but nothing that matched. My dad was on his way back through here to go home, and he had a tap and die set. So we tapped it, thinking it was going to be for that quarter 20 or whatever the hell the 12 mil metric setting was. Turns out he had an American setting. So we tapped it for fucking 15/16-18 or whatever the hell, 5/16-18. Yeah. So then I went and got bolts. Turns out I got 5/16 like -24. Fucking idiot. That doesn't work. So as I'm threading it in, I should have noticed that it wasn't going in fairly easy, and it was a terrible, shitty little 4.8 bolt. Another thing I didn't notice, and it broke off. So another trip back to Lowe's to get a tap and die and an extractor set, and yeah, here we are. Now we are extracting, which this thing's actually really cool. Look at that come out. How easy that is. Probably have to drill this out again. Oh, look, I'm bleeding too. That's fucking new. Wonder what that's from. Whatever. Seriously, what is that from? Guess I hit my fucking finger. I don't even remember. So yeah, this is actually kind of nice. You just punch that little tap in there once you get the right thread, and then it should come right out. But now that these threads are going to be fucked, I'm going to have to do this all again. Lovely. I love this so much. This is so fun. Jesus, how far did I go down? God, dude. Actually, the threads are not even bad. It's just the bolt broke off. Huh. We might be alright. We might be alright. What I want to do, since this motor is metric, and everything in the car is metric, I want to keep it metric. I didn't want to go American anyway. So now, I found these two matching 12 mils. These are not, fine thread. These are coarse thread, but I'm pretty sure the more I drop them, the better they will be. I'm pretty sure that I could find their thread pitch in this set, as a metric set. So let's check it out. Okay, we got bolt. Okay, we got bolts, and then we got extractor. Oh, like a fucking glove. They fit together so good. So it's 8 by 1.25. That's what this thread is that I found here, which is just so lovely. Love that. All right, boys, this is going in like butter here. So we're really hoping that this actually pitches the threads perfectly and taps them to what we want. That's about to bottom out right there. Yep, let's back this baby out. It's going in like butter. Churning. Yeah, baby, that's fucking beautiful. Look at that. Nico, you can fucking do anything. God, this is such an annoying little 2-day project. The one person that I actually hope watches my channel is my girlfriend, so that she knows when I'm actually not cutting hair and I'm fucking working in the garage. She realizes how much bullshit I have to go through that takes up so much time where things don't get done perfectly. So there we go. Here's the other cool thing about drilling your oil pan, which I didn't do it prior because I just didn't fucking do it prior. I have to clean those off. It's a little gumpy. It's a little gooey and yeah, whatever. The receiving ends of the pan are very deep, so you don't have to go that far to hold anything. So it's kind of nice how far you can go down with the drill to get a bunch of threads in there. 4 or 5 threads you'll be fine. That'll hold on to your flange. So now I'm going to tap and die, or tap that side. As always, too, oil your threads. Like you definitely want to have a little bit of lubrication on them. So I always dunk it in a little bit like 530 or whatever else I have laying around. You can do like bars of soap. You can do whatever, but I just dunk it in oil. Perfect. Another Cinderella story. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Fits like a glove, baby. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. No, that's fucked up. I ain't saying no OJ bullshit on this channel. Right, I'm super excited about that. Perfect. This is obviously no RTV on it yet for a gasket, but This snugs down very well, finger tight, and then I'll give it a couple little turns. But perfect, man. That's beautiful. It's exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna throw the turbo on tomorrow in the middle of the day. Get that all buttoned up, get the drain and the feed in there tightened, and then we're just waiting on the wiring harness. The wiring harness I ordered from Wiring Specialties. I was going to order a harness for my buddy John. That's the guy that did my harness in the red car. Only reason I did it was because he does a lot of Raychem wrap stuff, which is like mil-spec shit, and it's really nice. But for the cost that he would charge me, it doesn't make any sense to put it on just a bare bones drift car. And he even told me that it just doesn't make any sense. And especially if you're not going to get a stock or aftermarket ECU, and you're going to pay for a really nice harness for me, you might as well just only do that if you're going to do an aftermarket ECU, because otherwise you'd be throwing money away. So I hit up Wiring Specialties. They have a harness for like $800 with a few little things added to it. So I got that. I'm actually working on getting seats right now for the drift car in Oakland. This guy has two of these fucking pretty dope looking reps. I'll throw those in there, and they have IS300 mounts too. So hopefully they'll say yes to the offer I threw him, because I lowballed the shit out of him. I'm an asshole, man. So I'll go for those, and then yeah, waiting on the wiring harness. The throttle cable I ordered today, Toyota Tercel from '86, a '92 to '96 Camry, or a MK4 Supra throttle cable all work. It just depends how much money you want to spend. The Toyota Tercel is a 28-inch length that works perfectly. That one's like $35 on Rock Auto. The Camry's like $50 shipped, and then my cost on the Supra throttle cable at Toyota, my local Toyota dealer, is like $74. I get it at cost. But if you don't get it at cost, you order it's like $110 or some bullshit. So it's just a fucking throttle cable. It doesn't matter. My red car is running a junkyard throttle cable from a Camry. It's hella long. So you see what that makes power. It doesn't fucking matter as long as it works. So yeah, wait on a few little things. I don't think that the motor is going to be like ready to go as far as wiring to go into the car before next week. And now next week I'm going down to San Diego with my girlfriend for our like birthday trip. So I'll be down there for like 5 or 6 days, and I won't be working on the cars or anything. I don't know if I have the camera. Maybe I'll release a vlog in between then. I don't know. I definitely have everything ordered for this coming in. It's perfect. Once the motor's in and everything else and it's driving, we just have to weld the diff. Drop that and weld it. So we'll do that over at Peruse's or somewhere here. This thing again is good to go. Everything like, literally it runs perfect, drives great. I posted it up lower now. It's at 14. So if anybody wants it, 14,000, it's what it'll go for. Carvana offered me fucking 12.5, so I can always take that offer and just sell it to Carvana, and that'd be a hilarious video. But I'd rather sell it to somebody private party and make a little bit more money on it. So 14K if anybody you want it. It's a really good car. I'll do like a driving run around video in the next one, and I'll give you like my honest opinions about the FRS. So far, I do like it. It just doesn't make sense for me because it's not what I want. I have a badass street car. I have a really big Dodge for the daily. Here's my drift car. And then this car, like, what is this car to me? It just is another drift car, really, right? So otherwise, it's not nice enough interior-wise, functions-wise, power-wise to keep it, unless you have a different motor in there. But beyond that, I don't really see the need for me to keep it or want it. Like, I'd rather have an older 90s driver that's like a Canyon Tug Monster, and that be the RX-7 than having the FRS. The FRS just isn't for me. That's okay. I'll get into that later on in the video. So, just to wrap things up here, motor's going to go in a week or so. Red car will get tuned shortly after that, maybe like a month or so after that, and then this will be gone, and another car is going to be coming in. So, stay tuned. So, I know I show some of the car guys that come into the shop, but every now and then I get a truck guy. So, who helped me out with the tire pressure sensors on the FRS the other day was Kyle. Kyle came and got a cut today, and check out his fucking 3rd gen. Shit is pretty clean. And it sounds fucking nuts too. It's got like a 24-inch turn down. No, I'm just kidding. It's like, what is it, 7-inch?
It's got a 5-inch.
5-inch turn down? There it is, peeking back over there. Other side of the axle. He's actually going to show me his fucking train horns right now, because he's got the horn blaster kit that I've kind of wanted on here, which is on my truck, which is, I don't want to say typical of big truck owners. It is, though. But he's got a fucking sick little toggle.
Yeah.
He's telling me about.
That's a normal horn, then.
Oh my god, I was not ready for that. Holy fucking shit. Hold on, let me go back further. Jesus Christ. Okay, give it to me one more time. Dude, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Holy shit. Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Wait, how many horns is that back to then? Four?
It's just 4.
What the? Insane. That was so loud. Wow.
Yeah, it clears cars from cutting over in front of you and stuff. Oh yeah.
Wow.
It clears them, no problem.
Yeah, they freak out. Yeah,
100%.
that's fucking hilarious. I need to get a fucking train horn set now.
I'm just running a freshly built turbo, 5-inch exhaust all the way through. Obviously catless, full tune, 150 horse injectors. So I'm over on my injectors. Other than that, fully built trans, stage 3 trans.
So you can actually like apply the power, unlike me, and not break
411
shit.
gears on the rear end. So it's got a Detroit locker rear end with a Detroit semi-lock front end.
What is the 411 from factory? Is it 3.7 factory?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a little taller.
Yeah. It
Or a little shorter, excuse me. So your pump?
Yeah.
Damn, thing sounds mean. Yeah, the fucking idles on these are crazy.
Yeah.
Sounds so sick. Does your pump constantly run?
No, it runs to a certain point where it builds enough seat.
Sounds so, it just barks. There you go, there's the load. Bitchin'. Christ. Fucking crazy.